Hello and welcome to At Home Moms TV, your weekly source of inspiration and your destination for all things related to staying at home, working at home, and thriving at home. I'm your host, founder of AtHomeMoms.com, Kristen Max, and I'm joined today by a very special mompreneur who not only took a homemade product idea that is all natural, by the way, it's phenomenal, and she has turned it into a thriving business and is now offering this same opportunity to you at home if you should choose to partner with her. I am joined today by Lulu, the CEO and founder of Lulu's Garden, an all-natural product company located inside of the beautiful state of Maine. Lulu, welcome.
Hi, Kristen. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'm so excited to share your story because I know that so many moms out there make products from home and are kind of, stuck, for lack of a better word, of where to go from here. Maybe they sell to friends and family, but how they can turn that into a thriving business. And so I can't wait to, one, touch on sort of that part of the process and how you were able to take a product and turn it into a business. And then a little bit later, we'll be talking about how moms can get a hold of your products and also sell your products. So I'm very excited to share with our moms today. So Lulu, just to give our moms a little bit of background story about you, what ignited that spark inside for developing this product and turning it into a business?
Sure. My mom has been my inspiration forever. She is wonderful. She was an entrepreneur, and she just taught me so much. And she owned it was a frame shop that she had, and she started with just a vision and a whole lot of chutzpah, and off she went. And she had that business up until she became ill, and she became ill with Alzheimer's, dementia. And while she was sick, I was so worried and knew that I needed to put my energy into something else. And so I decided to come up with the plan to do the all-natural lip balm with aromatherapy, which, as we all know, aromatherapy is wonderful, especially for people who are ill. That certain blends can help them feel just a little bit better, take away some stress. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I had decided to do, and incorporating that with the natural products. And all of a sudden, it just sort of grew legs of its own, and it became its own business. And I decided to try it out on coworkers, and they loved it. And so from there, I knew I had to go to the next level, and that next level was marketing and branding. And that was a year-long process, but a wonderful process. And I worked with a local company, and that's what I try to do. I try to stay local as much as possible, work with local folks, but a local company. And we worked on a point of purchase display. And in 2013, that display won a national award with big companies, which was a huge honor, like Coors and Dove and Rubbermaid and Sharpie and AT&T. And now I have this beautiful, beautiful point of purchase display and all this beautiful marketing material. And it's so exciting to, just watch a business that started from an idea just grow into something big that is in a category with marketing with, these other bigger businesses.
Yes, and congratulations. That is such a fantastic honor. And I do want to mention that Lulu's website and her product display is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what is your favorite aspect, Lulu, of being an entrepreneur?
I love that I can work from home. I get to work from home. I have a daughter that's 9, and I'm here when she gets off the bus. I am able to make time to make dinner, and, really as much fun as it is to be an entrepreneur and have your own business. For me, it's as much fun to take care of my family. And this gives me the opportunity to do that. I'm actually really blessed to have this opportunity to be able to do that.
That's fantastic. Yes. And that's why I want to inspire so many moms out there who have products or have an idea of a product. And, you're looking at success right here in Lulu, and she's done it. It's just so exciting. And it does offer us that freedom, which we love. So to what do you attribute your success as a business owner, as an entrepreneur?
You really have to stay focused, which is hard when you're working from home. You have to make quick decisions on your feet because if you don't have a partner and it's just you're a solopreneur, you have to be confident in what you're doing and be able to make those quick decisions and get those things done and not get distracted as easy as it is, and to really stay focused on, what your final outcome is. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to see yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I also find too, and I wonder in your journey as well, that having the right people around you, to help with many stages of the process, because not only, are there branding specialists or people that help with website creation if someone needs that, or with, even if someone needs a patent, or setting up their business bank account for the first time. For a lot of this, the very early on stages are so brand new to moms. Did you find that yourself?
Yes, that's true. And what I did, because there are so many pieces and we can't to be good at everything, we can't know everything, is I went to my local SCORE office. And I use those folks as mentors, and it's a free program that's offered by the government. You just score.com, and you can connect with folks, and they're business people that are probably retired and are now donating their time to help others. And that is a wonderful program. And honestly, without SCORE, I don't know that I would have got as far as I did, because they were just so valuable to me.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That is great. I hadn't heard of SCORE before, and I will definitely have to check them out. I'm so glad that you shared that. Wonderful. So if you had one piece of advice for someone who is just starting out, what might you recommend?
Well, I would say if you have an idea and it feels right and you follow your gut, and you're, of course, everything is scary. I mean, just a new idea, change is scary. But if you have this idea and it feels really good in your belly, move forward and go with it. And it's going to be hard. It always is hard, but you just know in your heart of hearts whether you're on the right path or not.
Yes, I agree. Very much so. And just stick with it.
Absolutely, stick with it.
And what changes have you made in your business since you started and launched Lulu's Garden? Share with us about your company.
Oh, sure. So Lulu's Garden, all natural products, lip balm and hand balm, blended with aromatherapy. And when I first started, the plan was, which I still do, is I manufacture my own product, but the goal was to have that really cool pop display go into stores across the country, which that I've done. And so I'm a wholesale into retail stores, and that's been fun. But what I found that was neat, but I want more. I feel like my business could offer others a chance to become their own business owner based on all my years of trial and error. So now they have this really great marketing where they have, the product, the marketing, the catalog, everything that they need. All they need to do is find a really fun venue that suits them, whether it be a farmer's market or a craft show, any sort of festival where there are folks, and you can, for a small amount of money, maybe rent a table. You have Lulu's Garden ready to go to make money. And it's, really exciting to think that what I worked so hard could empower somebody else and give them the opportunity to make a little money for themselves or their family, or just to go out and have a good time and be social and start their own business.
Yes, yes. And when I first met with you over the phone, I was so impressed with your vision. Not only have you created a product, created a successful business, won awards, but now you're encouraging that entrepreneurial spirit in other moms to be able to take and partner with you and your company to offer not only your product, but offer it as a business ready to go for moms to just take it and run with it in their community wherever they live.
Right, and that's right. And, in fundraising too, that's another opportunity. Or if folks wanted to give back to a cause that is strong in their heart. I for Lulu's Garden, my platform is Alzheimer's, National Alzheimer's Association. And so whenever I can, I like to donate back to them. And, and maybe somebody wants to take this opportunity to use Lulu's Garden to, raise money for whatever it is, whatever charity that they believe in. Maybe that money doesn't go back in their pocket, but it just goes to, their charity of choice, which, would make my heart really full if that was the case.
I love that.
A lot of ways that, I could, with my product, empower others and help others and do good for the community is really, which makes my heart happy.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. So we'll be sharing how you can get in touch with Lulu at the end of this interview so that you can see her beautiful website and get in touch with her about this amazing opportunity to partner with Lulu's Garden for your home-based business. So Lulu, what tips do you have for moms who maybe have a product idea and they're just not sure where to get started because there can be so many different directions they can go? What would be some of the first initial steps?
Well, to do your research, you really want to do your research and find out who's your competition. How many people are you vying for to internet space? Competition is huge. If you have a lot of competition, it's going to be really hard to get your business off the ground. But if you do have all that competition and you're really feeling like this is the right way to go, then you need to make it a little bit different so that it stands out from the crowd.
Okay, great advice. Wonderful advice. And what would you say are the top 3 skills that a business owner or entrepreneur would need, kind of for those viewing to do a self-check? Because sometimes I say this journey is the best personal development experience anyone will ever have. So, say once you answer this question, those of you who are listening, if you feel as though maybe you're not as strong in one of these areas, it's just an area to highlight that maybe you might want to work on or seek additional resource. So Lulu, in your experience, what would you find the top 3 skills might be?
Well, if you're daring enough to quit your day job and jump into, being an entrepreneur and working from home, you have to make sure you like yourself. You like spending time with yourself. That is probably the hardest thing is when you're starting out, you're alone so often. And that's not for everybody. That really is not for everybody. And fortunately, I like it. It works for me. But you really have to know whether or not that's how you want to spend your time. And then, of course, it's a lot of research. So while you're home alone, you're doing so much research on all the different parts that it takes to pull it together to become a viable, solid business. So I think it's really knowing your personality. How would you do? But that doesn't mean you have to stay at home. There are other ways you can work full time and kind of pick at it. But I think, with anything, if you're not jumping both feet in, then you're not really doing what you want. It's you really have to focus and do it and want to do it and just follow your heart and your gut, really.
Absolutely. Wonderful. And where do you find your greatest inspiration?
Oh, well, my mom she's gone now, but my mom's my inspiration, just for her entrepreneurial path. But, inspiration too is just around the house, when I need a little break or have some stress or whatnot, and I need some inspiration, I might go out and spend time with my 4 alpaca boys. They are just a way to unwind and recalibrate and focus and then bring it back in and start working again. But they keep me kind of going.
That is great. Yes, and I think it's important to reward ourselves with breaks.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. Otherwise, you just spin your wheels.
Yep, absolutely. So Lulu, could you share with us your favorite motivational or business quote, maybe something that inspires you?
Absolutely. The thing that I recall my mom always telling me from the time I was little is you can do anything you put your mind to. So whatever you believe, if you want it bad enough, you can absolutely do it. And the other one that I developed as I started my business was bring it, just bring it. Universe, bring it. And it was funny, and I would say that all the time, and I would say that, and then really good things would happen, and they would come out of the blue. I remember that was my thing: bring it. I don't know what's going to come my way, but just bring it. And then Down East Magazine calls out of the blue and puts me in one of their Best of Maine issues, which wow, that was right when I started my business. I'm thinking, I'm barely out there. I'm already found, that was exciting. But it was just kind of, if you put all your energy into the universe, and it brings it. It really does bring it. And what I think is cute is my sister-in-law and her son think that that's a really great mantra too, and that's their mantra. They've adopted that, and they both have businesses, Amity Organics and the Pendant Planet, and it's working for them because they're both doing really good.
Oh, that's great. Wow. So you're just inspiring people everywhere you go.
I guess. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love both of those. So Lulu, I love how you share, from a very authentic and genuine place. You're a mom, you raise alpacas, you've started your own company, and I like to always, when I'm interviewing someone, sort of pull back the curtain a little bit and share things, because not always do things go our way, or sometimes we just have funny things happen. So could you share with us a funny story about a client, or maybe a business transaction, or something that happened in your business that allowed for you to learn a valuable lesson?
Sure. When I first started my business, I decided to do a trade show, which is a big deal when you're just getting out there. That's how retail stores find you. So my first trade show, and I'm very much an introvert. It's really hard for me to put myself out there. And so it took a lot of talking myself into it. But sometimes we have to do things we don't like, and so off to the trade show I go, and really excited. This is where, you could maybe be picked up by L. Bean. Who knows? That didn't happen. But anyway, so I'm there at the trade show, and this gal comes along, and she was a big personality and a fast talker. And, I can get you out there. I can get you into Whole Foods. I can get you into L. Beans. All you have to do is pay me $400, and I'll get you into any store you want to get into. But there's no guarantees. So, being super excited, oh my gosh, I'm not hearing no guarantees. I'm hearing, big names like LLB, Whole Foods. Sure, and so I'll give you my money. And so I gave her my money. I wasn't near ready. I was just at the beginning. My marketing hadn't even been done yet. It was really a raw product. And that was a raw deal because I never heard from her again.
Oh, no.
I was just so excited. We'd call her on the phone. She was never available. And then she would put her assistant on the phone with me. And oh my gosh, it was so discouraging. It was just like, you just wanted it so bad that all your smart decision making went out the window, and you're just hearing what you want to hear and not really looking at the whole situation. And that was a bit of a bummer, and it never happened to me again.
Yes, as we learn from those experiences. And that for anyone watching that's maybe just starting out or going through a challenging time like this, it's bound to happen. And these are learning moments where we can really take from that experience and push forward. We won't ever let those things happen again because we've learned. And that learning process is okay. Wouldn't you say, Lulu?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it hurt when it happened, but it made me a smarter business gal.
Yeah, it does. Yes, there's no getting around the hurt, that's for sure. I know I've had my moments as well, and that just happens. And so thank you for being so authentic and sharing with that, because it is so important for us to do our due diligence and kind of slow down in the moment and make sound business decisions. But it happens. So thank you so much for sharing that story. So Lulu, we've shared a lot today about how to take a product and turn it into a thriving business. I definitely want people to check out the opportunity to be able to partner with you and feature and sell your products at maybe a local event or a local store, and utilize partnering with Lulu's Garden as a money-making opportunity, because this gets me so excited to be able to share with our moms about you and your wonderful products, and that you have everything ready to go for them. So where can moms go to check out more about your products, your business, and the business opportunity?
Sure. On my website at inlulusgarden.com, there's a tab and it's Become a Lulu's Gardener. And just click there and all the information is there. And feel free to send me a message with any questions. I'm happy to answer them. I look forward to connecting and meeting some new friends.
Wonderful. Yes. And so please check out In Lulu's Garden online. And if you have any questions, you can always forward them to At Home Moms and myself, Kristen Max, and I can get you in touch with Lulu directly. And I thank you so much, Lulu, for joining me today and sharing your story. You're truly an inspiration to me, and I know so many moms who watch this will feel the same.
Thank you, Kristen. It was an honor. I'm glad that you asked me. It's exciting.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And until next time, bye-bye.